He told me to get over it. Now he can't get over me. When someone says those words, it usually means they've already moved on at least. That's what I thought when Adam said it 3 years ago. His voice cold, his eyes already searching for a future that didn't include me. I stood there, holding my coffee like it could hold me together, while he said, "You're too emotional. Me, you'll be fine, just get over it." I laughed. Not because it was funny, but because it was easier than crying. He walked away, and I watched him go like someone watches a storm move off in the distance. Beautiful, dangerous, and not worth chasing, but deep down, I made a quiet promise. One day, he'd realize what he lost, not out of revenge, but because I knew my pain would one day turn into power. The first few months were rough. I blocked him on everything, deleted our photos, and still cried over songs I pretended not to remember. But time has a strange way of turning scars into stories. I started running again, took night classes, and worked on projects that once scared me. Every time I wanted to text him, I went to the gym instead. Every time I thought about checking his social media, I wrote in my journal. Slowly, my life stopped revolving around his absence and started orbiting my own growth. 2 years later, I'd built a small photography business, nothing huge, just me, my camera, and a growing following who liked how I captured real emotions. One day, I got hired to shoot an engagement party. When I arrived, I froze. It was Adam's engagement party. I almost laughed again, this time for a completely different reason. He didn't notice me at first, which was fine. I wasn't there for him, but Fate loves irony. Halfway through the evening, he recognized me. His fiancée had gone to fix her makeup, and he walked over, all smiles and nostalgia. "Wow, Mia," he said, "you look different." "Thanks," I replied, keeping my camera steady. "You're still doing photography?" "That's cool. I always thought you'd quit after." He stopped himself, realizing how that sentence would sound. I shrugged. I guess I got over it. That line hit him harder than I expected. His expression flickered, like he'd just heard a truth about himself. He wasn't ready for the rest of the night. I smiled, did my job, and avoided him, but every time I caught him looking at me, his eyes didn't hold confidence anymore. They held confusion, maybe even regret. A week later, he texted me. I had no idea how he got my number again. "Hey, it was nice seeing you. Maybe we could grab coffee? Just to catch up." My first instinct was to ignore it, but then I thought of the girl I used to be, the one who would have jumped at that message. So instead, I replied, "Sorry, Adam, I'm kind of busy these days. Hope you're doing well." Short, polite, final. 2 days later, another message. "You've changed, Mia, in a good way. I miss talking to you." I smiled because that was the thing. I had changed. The version of me who waited for his validation didn't exist anymore, so I left it on red, not out of bitterness, but because I didn't owe him my energy. Months passed, and life kept moving forward. My work got featured in a local art show. My friends joked that my photography had a revenge glow. I laughed because it wasn't revenge, it was rebirth. Then, one night, I got tagged in a post. Adam's engagement had fallen apart. The caption mentioned something about timing and not being ready. I didn't comment, didn't message him, didn't even feel pity. I just scrolled past. A week later, he showed up at one of my exhibitions, alone. He lingered near my photos, pretending to be casual, but his eyes kept finding mine. When he finally approached, he said softly, "You were right. I didn't realize what I had." I smiled, genuinely this time. "That's okay. Some lessons take longer to learn." He tried to say more, but I was already greeting someone else, a potential client. I walked away, not to prove a point, but because I had places to be. That didn't circle back to him now. Every once in a while, he still likes my posts, still watches my stories. Maybe he's wondering if there's still a chance, but I've learned something important. Getting over it doesn't mean forgetting someone. It means remembering yourself. And now, he can't get over me, not because I'm unforgettable, but because I finally became someone who never needed his validation. So tell me, have you ever had someone underestimate your glow up until it was too late? Share your story in the comments below.